it destroyed me, and then rebuilt me, and now it can feel me. It follows me everywhere
I'm waking up.
We're live from home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. A quick check down to starting five for both teams. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Tyler Hansbrough.
Well, coaches love it because of the hustle he's continually showing out on the floor. And I think where you really see it most is on the offensive boards.
And he gets after it hard, Steve. If there's even a chance he can get to a loose ball, he'll throw himself right at it.
Looking at the last game for the Houston Rockets, it was a win against the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
And you just had to admire the versatility they showed offensively right there.
Yeah, their scoring came from all over the place. If one approach didn't work for them, they found another that did. Courtney Lee out of Western Kentucky, last season a mid-level signee by the Celtics. If he took the defensive end, offensively he's a good shooter with his feet set from long range. Really kind of likes the corner pocket three-pointers.
Here is Rose, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Rose goes in, and that one's good. Rose has got his first 2 points.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
Howard with the screen on Rose. Brooks gets the screen from Howard. No, with the block. They get it back. The basket, the block, and the foul. Oh, what a play. The Rockets shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
They're right around 74% as a team from the free throw line to this point of the season.
And for Courtney Lee, probably his best shot is that three-pointer.
Yeah, I think so. He's a guy who can get out and transition and finish at the rim, but he's got a career three-point average of about 38%. So look for him to be even more aggressive firing away out there.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Now let's send it over to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Kevin McHale.
Thank you, Kevin. It'll be exciting to see how they fare against a talented defensive unit, and that's his focus to make sure they're successful. He said it might take us a little to create the best shot opportunity, so we have to be patient and selective with our shots. Use that shot clock to our advantage. Today he's preaching patience and discipline offensively.
Thanks a lot, boys. And dealing with the sort of defense they're facing is not an easy challenge.
No, but they've got a few weapons of their own that they can counter with, so it's not exactly a one-sided battle.
Maybe so, Steve, but those weapons are still going to have to perform at a really high level for them to have a chance to be successful.
Now here's Brooks, averaging 10 points per contest. Harden kicks to Howard, working on Noah. Fader away. Again, Howard missing.
You gotta like the defense not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do it. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot. Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
Howard setting the pick for Harden. Dishes up to Hansbrough. Up again, and finished off by Parsons.
Now that's no run-of-the-mill putback there.
Well, the rebound and then the dunk, one on top of the other.
The 1-2 punch, you gotta love it.
Now here's Rose. Boy, was he something else against Rose. And finished off by Noah. There it is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching him go Clark right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game. Yeah,
That's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Paul.
I think they gave him a little too much room now. I mean, that was all he needed to rise up and punch that one down.
Yeah, he's got to jump at those chances, guys.
Yeah, that's what he does. He is a high flyer.
Now here's Butler. Right now averaging 7 points again. And there was a foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. Bulls making a switch here.
Dwight Howard is a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and, when he's healthy, he can really anchor a defense inside with his rebounding and shot block. A real force on him.
Here is Lucas after Jeremy Lin's Butler. Loose. Lucas, this is the lead. Back to Lucas. On the clock, back to Lee. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Lucas, that's good. And Clark, I know for Howard, you said when he's right. But the last few seasons, Steve, I think that's become an issue. Injuries have been a problem.
For sure, his production has waned. He had the disc issue in his back that numbed out one of his legs last year, had that back surgery.
That's not as easy as it made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Brooks, the best of Blanche. Good. Last game for the Bulls. They picked up the W against Dallas.
That was an impressive defensive performance. The athleticism, the intensity, the energy, really shutting their opponent down.
And Steve, that was reflected in their block total. I mean, they were extremely disruptive. Equal parts hustle, muscle, and smarts.
Rockets trail and going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season. Lee kicks to Butler. Gives him a lead pass. That's good. Gibson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
It's Harden with the drive. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Easy call there.
No question about that. You can hear the impact from where I am.
Harden hits them both.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
Gibson with it. For 3, Ellington. Oh, it's the buzzer beater.
Oh, what a 3 in the...
Tune in this Thursday.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Jefferson out there with Dang. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then there's Wayne Ellington. And it's Lucas in at the point. Outside, Garcia. He feeds it to Butch. Baseline try. And he hits the jump shot. Butch has got 6 points. Chicago leading by 4. Lucas with it. Kicks to Jefferson. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. With some arc, and the rejection by Blanche. Caspi passes to Kanan, and there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take
A moment now to take a look at some of the stats for Derrick Rose. First in scoring, first in assists. And with his great defensive awareness and anticipation, he's the #1 player in the league in steals per game.
And Steve, we really can't gloss over his ranking as the top scorer in the NBA. I mean, he's the one guy you don't want to see coming out of the opposing locker room.
And guys, Deng has developed into a very good shooter, especially out spot-ups or maybe one dribble pull-ups. He's got range, he's developed that out to the three-point line, but he really likes to go to that mid-range area. 1 or 2 dribbles into the paint, he'll rise up, shoot right over the top.
You know what I like about him most, Steve? Deng is a very well-balanced player. He does a lot of good things offensively, but he's just as good at the defensive end. He's a big key to his team's tough defense.
Noah's shot is off. He gets trailed by 7.
Tyler Hansbrough, a physical player, came out of North Carolina. Is really good at drawing fouls in bunches, even in limited playing time.
Garcia can't get it to go.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Rose off the hit from Noah. Rose dishes to Ellington. Rose. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. For Hansbrough, a low career field goal percentage for a big man, but his free throws help make up for that noise.
Yeah, he's a guy who's just going to put his head down and try to create contact, get to the line, find some garbage points around the basket. But he's an energy guy and someone you love having coming off the bench because of the spark he can provide when he enters the game.
And now the first timeout call here for the Rockets.
I think when you look at Derrick Rose, fellas, the most intimidating thing about him is his elite speed. But you also have to consider his size. He's well put together, about 6'3", maybe just a shade over 200 pounds. He is a handful when he's coming at you fast with that strong body and explosiveness.
Tries to save it, and as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Well, you've seen some terrific offensive basketball over the last month. A lot of it thanks to the assist numbers put up by these point guards during that time. Derrick Rose, number 1.
And he's been doing everything you want from that position, getting everyone involved, making sure the defense has to worry about all 5 guys on the court.
Not only has he been doing all that, but as his assist rank illustrates, he's been doing it better than any other point guard in the league. You can't give him enough credit for his passing this season.
The Rockets have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And Clark, you mentioned the size of Derrick Rose. 6'3", not just a speedster, but the combination of quickness and power. I've always thought this. He goes in there, and he would be a very tough guy to try to stop him. He's got a full head of steam.
No question. Wow. He's coming at you with that burst and the strength. And that's why he's so overpowering as a point guard.
Howard with the screen on Lee. And Garcia kicks to Howard. The pass to Canaan. Pocket 6. Let's a floater go. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Rose has kept the ball.
Really good defense there, forcing that double clutch shot.
He dishes it to Howard. Pass to Canaan. Back to Howard. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Now we've got a moment to see how the Bulls are doing rank-wise in the NBA. First in scoring, first in assists, and they're also number 1 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals. It's an aggressive team that ball hawks very effectively.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. This is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Houston shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. First free throw is good. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Bulls. And both free throws good for Brooks.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
Rose kicks to Gibson. He's against Hansbrough. The kick out to Rose. 1:19 left to play in the first half. Lee outside. Back to Rose. Stolen by Brooks. And here comes Harden. Leading the fast break.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And now a brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority out there.
Offensive rebound. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll hit the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
That whistle got a big response from this crowd, and it is not a favorable one, let's say.
I tell you what, the fans can't believe that they made that call.
Luol Deng is checked in for Noah.
What a huge play.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a change of emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Hansbrough. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Chandler Parsons. Harden against Dang. The drive by Brooks. The feed to Camby. Brooks. Here's Howard. He with the block. Outside Rose. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. The clock runs out, and we're hit.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's time for the Sun. For Toronto, a closely contested game against
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
He's seen the court so well tonight. He's made some phenomenal passes here in the game so far in that first half.
You know, some folks say he's not a playmaker, but he's dispelling all of that nonsense.
On either wing, Harden and Parsons. Howard is out there at Tyler Hansbrough, and it's Brooks in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Kevin McHale. It's Harden with the drive. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Rose. Goes up, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard, and the shot will go to the line. That's on Aaron Brooks.
He's gutsy. That's what I really respect about him. It seems like the more pressure there is, the more he enjoys the moment. So he is the guy you want taking the big shot at the end of the game.
That's not all there is to say about him, Steve. I mean, he also is a master of the pick and roll. Get the ball in his hands and set a screen for him, and there will be an easy bucket after.
Howard, who's covered by Rose. Harden outside. And the whistle blew, so that'll be a shooting foul. Great defensive effort there with the blocked shot. But he got more than just the ball that time. Free throws coming up right now. The Rockets have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. Dang passes to Rose. And he's knocked off course by the knee. The foul call. He'll shoot free throws. That's on Aaron Brooks. For Chicago, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. When you look at the numbers, impressive.
And guys, that's a pretty good improvement over last season.
And Rose drops them both.
He's doing a great job at the charity stripe. It's easy to overlook, but those freebies can make the difference.
Brooks dishes to Harden. Parsons on the wing. He kicks to Howard. Working on Noah. The shot by Howard. Here's Hansbrough, and he uses the glass on the way. Hansbrough's got 4 points this quarter.
The defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
And now a look at Dwight Howard. Some stats on him. How his last 10 games have gone. 2nd in field goal percentage, 3rd in rebounding. And he has a real knack for blocking shots around the hoop, ranking in the top 5 in that category.
Let's look at his phenomenal field goal percentage again, Steve. I mean, that's really a function of good teammates, a good system, but most of it is just taking good shots and making most of them.
The Bulls have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Aaron Brooks. And Rose drops them both. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Lin kicks to Parsons. Off the dish to Harden. He passes to Howard. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Howard again missing.
Well, you know, for Dwight Howard, guys, I think it had to be a really tough decision to leave the Lakers, but ultimately he decided he just didn't like the fit that was carved out for him there. A disappointing performance for the team last season. There seems to be a lot of infighting and drama and dysfunction. He just decided he was ready for a new start.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Andre Bloch, he's checked in for Howard. Terrence Jones comes in for Tyler Hansbrough. And it's Brooks in for James Harden. And for Howard last season with the Lakers, it was surprising how Kobe and even Mike D'Antoni publicly questioned Dwight when he set out some games with injury, but we know that he was debilitated with various ailments all year long.
Yeah, that's normally not done, Kevin, certainly not in public anyway, and that may have been kind of the straw that broke the camel's back as far as like decision to move on from LA.
Not the kind of pass you want to be making right there. He's lucky it wasn't stolen.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. Brooks kicks to Lynn. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Rose passes to Rose. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Brooks. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Hansbrough comes in for Terrence Jones. And it's Caspian for Aaron Brooks. Pass to Harden. Lee with the steal. For the finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And stolen by Butler. Rose attacking. It's good. And there's a block call on the play. They'll get one free throw.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Bulls making a switch here. Noah's checked in. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Houston. Timeout call for Rockets.
Well, just too many easy buckets, in and around the paint. So he wants to put a stop to it. This timeout is going to be used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys, at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside. They're paying for that right now. Good timeout here.
But he recovers it. Ball's knocked loose. And here they come. Butler dishes to Lee. Back to Butler. Bulls moving the ball around. Outside Rose. 5 to shoot. Gibson setting the pick for Rose. Off the pick. Rejected by Howard. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Passes it to Lynn. Feeds to Harden. He's to snap the court streak. And Howard with the stop.
Up and in with force after the offensive rebound. I like that tenacity.
Yeah, he is so sturdy. He just battles for every rebound.
And here's Rose. He's got 23. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. 90% from the line of the game. Shooting 9 of 10.
You know, last game he turned in a really nice performance at the charity stripe.
Yeah, it really stands out when you look back at the numbers from that.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one.
Tune in this Tuesday night.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And an important part of every team's game, we'll look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
You also can't overlook how well they defended the rim, as they've challenged virtually every shot in the paint.
Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Lee. Jimmy Butler is out there with Dang, and it's Taj Gibson. And it's Rose in at point guard.
What a game for Rose. 25 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stats.
Yeah, whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been causing some mayhem out there for sure.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And for Houston, they're shooting 40% from the field. Here's Kanan, defended by Lucas. And Garcia kicks to Kanan. Back to Garcia. Caspi drains it from beyond the arc. Here is Lucas. Chicago calls timeout.
Well, he sees something that he he doesn't like. I'm not sure what it is, but I think he's going to make some changes here.
I think you've got to make your adjustments pretty quickly like he's doing here. Otherwise, you know, things can get out of hand. So this is a good timeout.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle with a block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
Lucas inside. Defended by Lin. No good from Lucas.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Lin with it. Now defended by Lucas. That's good.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Dishes to Murphy. And there's the call on Howard. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
It's his fourth foul, and I'm sure he picked it up a little earlier than he would have liked.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And Noah backs down. And he lays it straight in.
I like the way they got the ball inside there.
Timeout called the Rockets.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started.
Set it up!
Fires at the elbow. That one a little long.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it. Yeah, the defender draped all over it.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
Good on the second free throw. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Lucas kicks to Murphy. He feeds it to Noah. Working on Howard. The second effort. Kicks it to Murphy. Back to Noah. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Parsons. And Jefferson sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Then the pass to Hansbrough. Another shot. And it's good on the way in. Hansbrough's got 4 points now in the quarter. Chicago calls timeout.
You know, with all the hype and insanity he got during Jeremy Lin's breakout season, he didn't really do him any favors on the court. In fact, I think you could easily argue that he's been playing with a target on his back for opposing guards who would like to have a big name, a big game rather, against a star like Lin.
Jefferson kicks to Ellington. Back to Jefferson. Lucas. Johnson is guarded by Howard. Johnson can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 20. Harden dishes to Parsons. And Houston again with the bucket. And getting back to Jeremy Lin, I think with the attention he got in his breakout season, also brings players wanting to measure themselves against you, saying, let's see how good this thing really is.
Yeah, that's part of it. But I think if you ask Jeremy, he'd rather be playing and having that challenge than have it the way it was before when nobody knew who he was or really respected his game. An example right there, guys, of how even as their lead grew into a big one, they never started coasting.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of this game all the way through.
Harden the pass to Howard, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Gibson the screen. Lucas kicks to Gibson. He used that pick to get in close.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the one. Steve.
Here's Kanan, defended by Lucas. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. The Bulls leading by 22. Gibson the screen. Lucas dishes to Gibson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. There's 57 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And Garcia kicks to Caspi. Back to Garcia. There's the steal. Here's Jefferson. Hammers it in after taking it the length of the floor.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Here's Kanan, defended by Lucas. Shot to stop the run. And that is good.
Looks like they're going to finish strong, but just aren't enough ticks left on the clock.
Well, Steve, it's a good run they're having now, but they just waited too long to have it.
Gibson a screen. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Lucas the pass to Ellington. Jefferson, he dishes it to Gibson. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
It's going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
And so Chicago.
So many times I should have taken back this moment. These words I spoke, I know it. Now I can see clearly. I folded, I shouldered too much weight. I hold it, too much pain. And it destroyed me, and then rebuilt me, and now it can feel me. It follows me everywhere I go, but it can never break me now, I know. I was lying to myself back then, but the truth was always bleeding out my pen. I fade back to myself in the end. I'm just one step away, I ascend. I climb that faded staircase of sin. I'm reaching in vain just to hold on to them once again. The memories seem to blend. My enemies and friends seem to vanish in the wind. I should have taken back this moment. These words I spoke, I know it. Now I can see clearly. I folded, I shouldered too much weight. I hold it, too much pain. And it destroyed me, and then rebuilt me, and now it can feel me. It follows me everywhere I go, but it can never break me now, I know. I was lying to myself back then, but the truth was always bleeding out my pen. I fade back to myself in the end. I'm just one step away, I ascend. I climb that faded staircase of sin. I'm reaching in vain just to hold on to them once again. The memories seem to blend. My enemies and friends seem to vanish in the wind. One step closer to your dreams. Does it mean everything in between where you are right now and where you wanna be? Must suffer for the cause like it ought to be. Me against the world in apostrophes. You look around like ain't